This is what is so amazing about the Chalk Couture is that this is a stencil I use for a completely different project, and yet this is perfect for this. And you just, that's why I keep trying to stress that they are reusable, that there's many uses for them, and you just kind of pick and choose as you go. That's a perfect way to decorate a lot of things, add accents to a lot of your stuff with past stencils.
Get really creative this way.
And if you don't feel like you're creative, there's always...
Just fake it.
No. Or you can fake it. There's always posts, the Facebook, all of that. Gives you tons of different suggestions. And if you follow me, you're going to get some different suggestions as well. Okay. What I'm doing now is I have a board that I got at Lowe's. I wanted to give it a little bit of a whitewash, but I didn't want to do it in white. I just want to make it a little bit more like a honey color. And so what I did is took our bark paste, chalk paste, and I've thinned it out pretty well with the water. Sorry, I'm videoing myself today. And I'm just brushing it on and also rubbing it off with a paper towel like that. So I did seal this, which I don't always do before I try to whitewash something or color wash it. I didn't want this to get particularly dark, and so the reason I sealed it is that only so much can penetrate, and I'm not going to end up with a really dark brown like that. Happy Friday, y'all, and happy happy long weekend for Memorial Weekend. I'm excited because tomorrow's my birthday, and Monday is my sister's, and so we're going to be celebrating together on Sunday, and one of my kids and his wife are coming over tomorrow. So anyway, tonight I'm going to do the stencil, another piece of the stencil, Shut the Front Door. That's what the stencil itself is called. And just to remind you, Come On In, I'm Still Not Ready was the stencil piece that's missing right there. It's over there somewhere. It's dried and I put it back on the sticky thing. But so all I'm going to do is, like I've done before, cut it out on the white line. Alright, so I have cut it apart. I am now going to remove the stencil from the backing. And again, this is reusable. You're going to want to eventually put it back on here shiny side up. You are going to rinse it really well and let it dry before you do that.
You mean the stencil?
Right. What did I say? This? Yeah.
You rinse it.
Yeah, but you don't want to rinse this. You're just going to rinse the color out of the stencil. So, because this is a brand new stencil that I've never used before, we're going to fuzz it. And the purpose of doing that is that it's pretty sticky when you first get it, and you don't want to be lifting chalk paste up with it while you're lifting it because it is so super sticky. So you don't want to make it, too unsticky. There's kind of a balance there. But I usually don't do it more than 2 or 3 times. So I'm going to stop with that there. Alright, so I have gone ahead and fuzzed it. I have gone ahead and placed it where I want it. I'm going to be doing something over here, which is why this is looking probably a little off-center to you. You just have to plan ahead as to how you're going to finish it, how you're going to embellish it. Is there going to be a bow or whatever? I've also gone and squeegeed this on because you want the paste to go through the white parts. And if it's not stuck down on the surface well, it will bleed out underneath it. It's no big deal. It's really just a matter of making sure that you've gone around the letters easy. So I'm using Shimmering Crimson on Shut the Front Door, and I'm going to liberally put this out here so I can do it in one quick movement, because you don't want things to dry out too quickly. Alright, and you don't have to press hard. You just have to get it in there. If you see some spots that don't have the color that you're working with, you're still seeing white filament, or Mark always makes fun of me, that's not filament, mesh. Then
it's like a real micro screen.
Yeah, and so then you will want to go over that and catch up on that, which is why you see me going over a lot of times. All right, so see how nicely this slides into it? I was able to do that whole first word with what was laid out there. I'm not having to go back in and dip, scraping as I go, because I can continue to move that along.
You don't scrape too hard.
Yeah.
You gotta leave some. And if it gets dried up, it'll pull it back up in places.
Right, exactly. That's why
So-
that's one of the things about trying to get it done.
Just keep it moving, that's all. Don't gag lolly and mess around.
There's no race to this. If you have it on there and you think, oh, it's looking like it's starting to dry, then you can always pull it off, rinse out the stencil, allow it to dry, and then replace the stencil and finish it. You can blow dry the stencil, you can blow dry the paint, whatever it takes to get it dry, or you can just wait. If you're not in a hurry to finish it, just wait till it dries. Okay, so as you can see, I'm done with this. I'm going to just lightly scrape across it to pick up any excess chalk paste, and then I'm going to save it.
There's a little bit more on that end.
Did I miss some? Oh,
Got some goodies there.
yeah, we do.
Be a whole project with that.
Okay.
You still got some.
I'm going to put this back in there. Well, my squeegee's too full. Put that back in there. I'm going to go get some more just to make my husband happy.
That'll be the first time.
Hey, wait. Tomorrow's my birthday. Why am I trying to make you happy?
I'm the boss. Wear some pants.
Okay. So now I'm down to black velvet. And remember that I had stained this board with the honey color that I wanted. But you choose any colors you want. And when I put stuff in the cart, you guys, for you to go in and be able to check out a little bit easier, if you don't like the colors I put in the cart, just click on the color packet in the cart, and it will take you to this pot where you can pick different colors.
So this is black velvet.
Black velvet.
So you can be drinking some black velvet and using black velvet. Or you don't have to, but it makes it more fun.
What is black velvet?
It's a whiskey. Whiskey.
I'm a wine person.
And I'm a big ass beer.
And I'm using Bumblebee Yellow for the word bugs. Just kind of pop out. Funny little saying.
Maybe it's another kind of yellow bug. It's a yellow bug yellow paint color.
And you notice I've switched sizes of the squeegees. This is a little word that connects right into the next one on the black. And so I really want to try to get as close as I can and make sure the whole surface is covered. And we are now going to pull it up. And Mark's going to help hold this.
Oh, you could be drinking that, what's that, lemon drink? Lemon jello, lemon.
And you
What's it
want
called?
to kind of pull it up fairly slow because you don't want to, you know, rip the color up like I said. It's super easy. I don't mean to make this sound like it's incredibly hard, just giving you some tips and tricks that I have learned over the years. So, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the rest of it, but there is this part of it.
No way to do something freehand
No,
that quick,
no. Absolutely.
that precise.
So Mark is now going to rinse out the stencil for me.
Oh man.